It's just a normal day. You're out for a nice walk, you're in retirement, and before you know it, some clown sneaks up on you and offs you right in front of you, or so they think they off you. Next thing you know, right in front of your eyes, he offs your sheepdog, your trusted steed, and then goes and steals your high-performance muscle car right in front of you and takes off. All because he wanted your car. All of that. You muster the energy to make it back to your house because you know there's only one thing you have to do, and that's come out of retirement. Little did that clown know you used to be a contract eliminator, and you have a hidden stash of very powerful weapons sitting in your bedroom that you go to collect because vengeance is now in your name. Hello everyone, Joker Plays here, and today's video I'm going to show everybody how to flip storage chests to get those hidden into the ground so that, if you need to hide anything, maybe you're on a community server, but yeah, this is a good way to keep those items hidden from people. The first step is pretty easy. We're just going to find a thin floor, get that put down on the ground, while the next step is going to be to find a half wall and get that piece placed on top of that thin floor as well. Now you could do this without the thin floor, but I'm using the thin floor as a reference for height. I'm then going to take another thin floor, put it on top of there, while I go ahead and get the pressure plate to put it on backwards to essentially flip the next piece. This is where I'm going to take a dynamic foundation and flip it backwards and get it put in place. And the whole reason for the dynamic foundation is because it's going to drop freely onto the ground, and this establishes a nice inverted 90-degree angle from the original piece. From here, this is where I'm going to aim the chest that I want to use at the base or the top of the foundation here, and that's going to allow me to start putting the chest into the ground inverted. So you'll see right here, I am selecting one of the 28 slot chests for this, and the first one I'm aiming at the dynamic foundation in a way that it is flush to the ground, which means it's going to be barely noticeable. After that, I'm going to use the dynamic foundation to also adjust the height for the second one. So you'll see that one is pretty flush into the ground, and then the other one is sticking up a little taller. I'm using this for reference, but what I want to do is actually put one kind of in between the two. So what I'm going to do is the one that I stuck out a little higher, I'm going to use that to adjust the height. So you'll see here I've got three different heights of chests. One you'll see is barely noticeable, kind of essentially hidden. The other one you'll basically see just the squares, and in the other one you'll see a portion of the chest. Now going back to the thin floor piece, you'll see that I'm going to select another floor piece, and from here you'll see that I have the capacity to put it right over all three of these chests. There are no issues here, so I can hide these with a floor piece, or in my case I did it with a rug. You have the ability to put pieces of furniture that are kind of around it to expose it, but the whole idea is these are inset into the ground and hidden, but you have the ability to access them anyways. Over here you're going to see I have a bunch of different chests and see what they look like in the ground. The ones here you see, the big gray ones with the huge base, that's actually the same as this one with just the little nubs. It's just a half stud down below. It seems like a half stud, you only get the little feet sticking up. Those are the green chests, and so you see you have a variety of different chests that you can put into the ground, and they all give you a whole lot of storage in a hidden fashion. So in my case, I came over here, I put one in the half stud fashion, and then it allows me to go ahead and put just a neat little rug covering, kind of to simulate a little bit of what the movie was like. And so that's what I chose to do in my particular case. This is good if you have a community SMP server and maybe you're trying to hide your specialty loadout. This is an excellent way to make that happen, but yet you have your bedroom area, everything is completely hidden, and nobody knows any different that you have very high-end quality weapons to use in the game like that. So I'm hoping this helps you, but yeah, I got one more thing to do. I have to seek vengeance now. Here we go. That's right, folks. Never ever pick on a contract eliminator because they are going to get the vengeance and eventually gonna get the car back as well. But there's only one thing left to do. We've got our car, we've sought vengeance, so it's time to retire once again. And just for the record, no clowns were actually harmed in the making of this film. I just wanted to show you all that Joker Rules is actually A-okay. And now that I've shown that Joker Rules is actually okay, it's time to come back and put my weapons of elimination back into the hidden chest and go ahead and retire once again. And yeah, I gotta finish the decor, make it look like it wasn't even there. So we are good to go. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this video. YouTube seems to think that you're going to like this other video you see appear on your screen. So if you have a moment, please feel free to go ahead and click on that. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And until next time, don't forget to keep gaming in your crosshairs.